The beacon wouldn't shut up. It was 3:17 a.m. over Earth when the beacon pinged again. A shrill burst of static, then a grinding pulse of repeating nonsense. Tones echoed across every orbital comm array. On board ISS-2, the engineers were mid-shift when the lights flickered for the 8th time that week. Coffee sloshed. Systems reset. Again. That's it. I'm going outside and ripping the damn thing out with a wrench, growled Sergeant McMillan, known to the crew as Chunk for reasons involving protein bars and a low-orbit weight mishap. Dr. Amina Reyes, lead systems engineer and sleep-deprived genius, pinched her nose. That beacon has been screeching for nearly a decade. Governments ignored it. Researchers called it unsolvable. But now it's crashing our sensor calibration every 6 hours? Hell no. The signal came from a derelict object caught in a slow spiral around Lagrange Point 4. Too small for a ship, too angular for a rock. Amina pulled up its telemetry. Definitely artificial. Ancient. Still spitting that infuriating signal. Unauthorized EVA? Chunk asked, grinning. More like highly motivated maintenance, Amina replied. The beacon sat embedded in a jagged asteroid like some alien barnacle. It was a battered sphere of alloy and carboned-over tech, laced with frayed cables and what looked like fossilized circuit matter. Amina floated near, scanner in one hand, plasma cutter in the other. Looks like it's been here since before humans figured out antibiotics. Maybe longer, Chunk grunted, smacking a stabilizer clamp onto the rock. What's it even saying? The universal translator piped up, translating the broken broadcast. System degradation. Error. Assistance required. Species unknown. Location lost. Error. Error. Sounds like my microwave after I reprogrammed it with a screwdriver, Chunk muttered. Amina popped open a service panel and was met with a puff of ancient dust and ozone. Beneath layers of decay were intact components, crystal matrices, and twisted superconductive wiring. She frowned. We could patch this. Rewire the feedback loops, reroute the data rot. Just enough to shut it up. No one's stopping you, said Chunk, already unpacking tools. Unless space ghosts come screeching. 2 hours later, the beacon's lights blinked rhythmically, clean, solid pulses. The signal stabilized. The interference ceased. Amina leaned back in zero-G, grinning. You're welcome, Galaxy. Then the beacon changed. A deep chime rang out. Node reconnected. Compact signal resumed. Dispatching location. Earth's satellites went wild. A tight beam signal shot outward into deep space, bouncing between constellations faster than light. Moments later, long-range observatories detected massive FTL movement. Something big was heading Earth's way. Oh, Amina whispered. Chunk blinked. We didn't just shut it up. We turned it back on. Amina stared at the quiet, blinking beacon. We fixed it because it annoyed us. Now it might have told an entire alien civilization we're here. Chunk rubbed his helmet. Welp, guess we're the IT department of the Galaxy now. Oh great, we summoned the Galaxy. The alien ship arrived less than 48 hours after the beacon activated. It didn't warp in with fireworks or dramatic music. It rippled into existence. 1 second space was empty. The next, a sleek, obsidian vessel hovered in geosynchronous orbit above Earth, humming like a distant drumbeat. Every satellite pinged. Every military radar screamed. Then silence. Dr. Amina Reyes was dragged from a debrief in Geneva Strait into a pressure-sealed UN contact chamber. Sergeant Chunk McMillan arrived minutes later, holding a half-eaten protein bar and looking unimpressed. The diplomats argued over who should speak first, but the alien ship made its own move. A transmission beamed directly into the chamber's monitors. A creature appeared, floating, gelatinous, with long tendrils and bioluminescent eyes. Its translator crackled like an old modem. Valari compact, diplomatic vessel, reticence of thought, requests audience, with fixers of beacon, node 31. Amina frowned. Fixers? Chunk shrugged. Sounds better than janitors. A direct channel was opened. The alien appeared again, this time speaking through a synthesized voice. I am Zico, diplomatic speaker of the compact. Your kind repaired an ancient signal long thought dead. We greet you with hope and also confusion. Hi, Amina said awkwardly. We didn't know it belonged to anyone. The signal was just interfering with our orbital systems. Zico blinked, literally. One eye shut while the other brightened. You fixed it because it was annoying? Chunk leaned into the mic. We didn't want to start a galactic incident. But yes, it was annoying. There was a long pause. That is very compact of you. Amina blinked. Wait, what? Zico explained. The Volari Compact had once spanned hundreds of systems. A coalition of creative, chaotic, free-thinking species united by mutual curiosity and defiance. But centuries ago, the hierarchy, a hyper-optimized, order-obsessed empire, crushed the Compact in a brutal war. The beacons were emergency nodes scattered across the galaxy, broadcasting a last-ditch call for help. Only someone who shared the Compact's flexible, intuitive mindset could understand and repair them. Amina felt a chill. So by fixing it, we passed some kind of test. No, you proved you were kin to chaos. Like us. That is enough. Zico continued. The beacon had broadcast Earth's position to any remaining Compact survivors, and, more dangerously, to the hierarchy. As if on cue, a new alert flashed across the chamber's secure feed. 3 unidentified vessels had entered the solar system's outer edge. They're hierarchy scouts, Zico said gravely. They will erase what they do not control. You have been found. Chunk stood up. So, we annoyed the galaxy's control freaks by fixing an old alien fire alarm. Amina rubbed her temples. Yep, and now they're coming to kill us. Zico bowed his many limbs. But you are not alone. The Compact remembers its own. And Earth has begun. You break it, you bought it. Now we're allies. Earth's leaders scrambled to make sense of the Volari Compact's offer of alliance. Most were skeptical, but with hierarchy scouts now lurking beyond Saturn, uncertainty quickly turned to urgency. Dr. Amina Reyes and Sergeant Chunk McMillan found themselves drafted into the diplomatic and military response teams, dubbed, somewhat sarcastically, beacon bearers. At Moonbase Artemis, the makeshift headquarters buzzed with tension. Holograms projected star charts dotted with ancient Compact beacon locations, dead or dormant nodes scattered across the galaxy, each a relic of a war long over. Zico's many eyes flickered in the dim light as he explained the plan. If your people can fix one beacon, you can fix many. Each node is a piece of Compact history and a weapon against the hierarchy. Chunk scoffed. So, basically we're the janitors and now the hired muscle. Amina smiled, despite the weight of it all. Better janitors than sitting ducks. Within days, Earth's engineers and Volari specialists teamed up to repair another beacon, this time located in the asteroid belt. The operation was tense. Hierarchy patrols were closing in, and every mission felt like a race against extinction. Human ingenuity shone brightest when Amina proposed an unorthodox approach, mixing old-school analog tech with Volari quantum arrays. The Compact's systems were elegant but rigid. Earth's were chaotic but flexible. The fusion confused hierarchy sensors, allowing teams to work undetected. Meanwhile, Earth's first real space battle erupted near Titan. Hierarchy warships attacked a civilian mining platform. Earth's defenders were unprepared, but human pilots' unpredictable maneuvers baffled the enemy AI. Chunk's voice crackled over comms. They're used to perfect vectors and patterns. We fly like drunk space bats. The defenders won. The news shocked the galaxy. Humans, though technologically modest, fought with a ferocity and unpredictability no one expected. Back at Moonbase, Amina and Zico pored over recovered Compact archives from the newly fixed beacon. Among data files, they found a startling discovery. Human genetic markers embedded in Volari records, centuries old. Wait, what's this? Amina asked, eyes scanning the data. Zico's tendrils twitched. The Compact had dealings with your ancestors long ago. Perhaps ancient explorers visited Earth or seeded genes. Chunk grunted. So we're part alien, part annoying space janitors? Amina laughed, but the revelation stirred hope. Perhaps humanity's stubbornness was more than coincidence. It was destiny. As more beacons were fixed, Earth's reputation grew. From nuisance fixers to indispensable allies, humans became a wild card nobody expected. The hierarchy, relentless and cold, tightened its noose. But humanity, with its messy creativity and stubborn refusal to conform, offered a new kind of resistance. Amina, watching the stars from Artemis, whispered to herself, "We didn't ask for this. But now that we're here, we'll fix it all our way." Chunk popped his helmet off. "And annoy the hell out of them while we're at it. We'll fix the whole galaxy, just to spite it." The hierarchy's fleet loomed on the edge of the Sol system, a sleek, merciless force determined to snuff out the stubborn flicker of humanity's beacon rebellion. Their warships moved like cold shadows, imposing order on a galaxy long fractured by chaos and defiance. But Earth was ready. Inside Moonbase Artemis, Dr. Amina Reyes stood before a sprawling holographic map. Each blinking dot represented a beacon humanity had fixed or planned to fix. Nodes once lost, now a rekindled network of resistance. "Operation Noise Complaint begins tonight," she announced, voice steady despite the weight of what was to come. Sergeant Chunk McMillan cracked a grin. "We're going to piss off the entire hierarchy at once." "Love it." Earth's fleets and Valari allies raced through the void, moving from beacon to beacon, restoring their ancient signals. Each reactivation sent out a burst of scrambled data and defiance, flooding the galaxy with messages of resistance. The hierarchy responded predictably, deploying fleets to silence every last node. But they underestimated the unpredictable human spirit. Amina and Zico worked feverishly to integrate Earth's analog trickery with Valari quantum tech. They devised a plan to amplify the beacons beyond their original range by tapping into a dying star's magnetic field. "Think of it as a galactic megaphone," Zico said, eyes gleaming. As the final battle erupted in the collapsing Tau Ceti system, Earth's mixed fleet faced the hierarchy's assault. Amid blazing plasma trails and ruptured starfields, Amina remotely activated the star's magnetic amplifiers. The beacon network pulsed like a living organism, broadcasting signals so strong they pierced the enemy's command grids. Hierarchy ships faltered, their formations broken by interference and chaos. Chunk shouted over comms, laughter in his voice. "They can't compute this level of messy." Victory was hard-won, but decisive. The hierarchy fleet retreated, fractured and disoriented. From the shattered remnants of war, a new alliance emerged. Earth and the scattered compact survivors bound by a network of rekindled beacons. Back on Earth, the original beacon, the one Amina and Chunk had fixed simply to silence its endless screech, blinked quietly. Its message had changed. "Earth here. Fix your stuff. Want peace? Cool. Want war? Bring it." Amina stared at the message, a grin spreading across her face. "Yeah," she said softly, "we fixed it because it annoyed us. But now we're here to stay." Chunk tossed his helmet onto the table. "And if anyone else wants to send a noisy signal, well, we're ready to fix that too."